Lowe's. Why am I at Lowe's today? Anybody want to take a guess as to why I might be standing in the parking lot of Lowe's today? Well, it was announced that they're closing 51 stores. Now, some of these stores are in Canada, mind you. About half of them are in Canada. The other half spread out over the United States and over a couple little areas. The thing is that Lowe's apparently is struggling behind Home Depot in sales. Now, Home Depot's always done better. They're bigger, they have more stores, they're better branded, and Home Depot's just always been the place people kind of always have gone. Lowe's is always higher price. I don't know, maybe I'm wrong. But what else was announced today is that Lowe's, the things that Lowe's does well, it doesn't do as well with like Home Depot does, and that's contractor purchasing. That means the big companies, the subcontractors, the guys building houses, the guys building remodeling. It amounts to like 45, almost half of all of Home Depot's sales. In Lowe's, it only amounts to like 30%. So they're not focusing on the things that make them money. Retail, everyday customers make them money, but the contractors are what really spurs their business. So they've got to focus on that, and they've got to do better. Now, Lowe's CEO said that a lot of these locations that are closing are within 10 miles of another Lowe's, so they're not necessarily necessary, which is true. I always wondered why there's a McDonald's on one corner and a McDonald's 5 blocks down. You know, maybe I'm not a genius in retail and marketing and county lines and breaks, but there's no need for 2 Lowe's to be within 10 miles of each other. We actually have a Lowe's right here, and we have another one attracted 6 miles that direction. Now, they kind of do service 2 different areas, and we have a huge amount of people that live here. If you've ever heard me complain about the traffic, it's definitely worth complaining about. So I kind of see the need for 2 Lowe's. We also have 2 Home Depots. We have one about 2 miles that way and one about 2 miles that way. Now, what I think is really interesting, and this is a topic I want to put up to you guys for the comment section. Why do you think stores like Amazon, or like, excuse me, Home Depot and Lowe's are so successful in the world of Amazon and online shipping and shopping when a lot of other companies like Toys R Us and Sears and JCPenney's are failing? Why would home improvement stores still make it and still be able to do so well? And trust me, Lowe's isn't going out of business. They're losing stores, but they're not going out of business. There's a big difference between closing and cutting costs and actually going out of business. It's not a good sign. Trust me, it's not a good sign. They're not going out of business. And the answer to that question, now that you've had a second to think about it, is when was the last time you went on Amazon and tried to order plywood or 2x4s? When was the last time you went on Amazon and tried to order a miter saw? Probably not very often. That's something you're going to go into the store for. When was the last time you went on Amazon or eBay and tried to order a copper pipe fitting or a CPVC fitting, a plastic one? Probably not very often. That's where these guys hang on to business, and that's why these guys do so well with what they have. Same with grocery stores, Walmart and Publix and those sort of things. You're not going to Amazon to buy strawberries or lettuce. You're going to go into the grocery store. Same deal with that type of merchandise from Lowe's and Home Depot. You're going to go inside of here and you're going to buy your plywood. You're going to load it up. You're going to take it home. You're going to do your project. You're going to buy your 2x4s. You're going to buy your fittings. You're going to buy your toilet fix piece. All that stuff is, you're not going to go on Amazon for the most part, or eBay, and buy it. And that's why I think these companies are still hanging on and doing pretty well. They're not doing as well as they used to because some of the stuff is going online, but they're still doing pretty well for what they have. Now, in just a second, I'm going to take you online. I'm going to take it over to my computer. I'll show you the story about Lowe's, about the announcement for the closings today. Don't panic on them. I did hear from a lot of people, though, those of you that are into retail arbitrage, there are a lot of good deals to be had in the Lowe's section, the sale, the discount, maybe even some clearance items. Look for tools, look for lock sets like door locks and doorknobs. Look for all sorts of things that are shippable in a box, priority maybe, that you can buy for 30 or 40 bucks and maybe sell for 80 or 90. There's definitely some retail arbitrage opportunity inside of Lowe's. And if any of you have any experience with retail arbitrage in the stores, you don't have to reveal your items, of course, but tell us about it. Tell us how you've done, if you've ever made any money inside of Lowe's. Definitely something to look into. And with these announcements of store closings, there might be some inventory to go around. So especially if you live in that area, I'll link the story with the list of stores closing on my computer. So let's jump over to that, and I'm going to show you guys that story right now along with the list of all the locations that are closing. All right, so here we go. Lowe's closing 51 stores in the US and Canada. Like I said, some of those stores are north of the border. And another sign of the times for retail, Lowe's closing those 51 stores. They announced on Monday that the locations are, of course, underperforming, and the decision will help the hardware chain focus on the more profitable stores. They better hope so. The stores' closures are a necessary step. That's directly from their CEO, Marvin Ellison. And retail stores are struggling to adjust with the rapid rise of online shipping. Its Home Depot rival have proven to be largely Amazon-proof because Amazon does not sell lumber or other heavy, bulky home improvement products. Exactly what I just said when I was over there at Lowe's. You're not going to order plywood or 2x4s or backer board or concrete or anything like that off of Amazon. I mean, I wouldn't. I don't think any of you would. Maybe I'm wrong, but that's why they're able to keep up with the times, you know, like Amazon, eBay, whatever. So, God, these election pop-ups. Look, right while I'm doing a video for you guys, an election pop-up. No, thank you. Lowe's struggling to keep up with Home Depot. So it looks like Home Depot's doing 100 billion in revenue. Lowe's below 70 billion, so they're 30% less than Home Depot. It's pretty much, Home Depot's always been ahead of Lowe's. I don't think Lowe's has ever caught Home Depot. And he already closed, Lowe's CEO Ellison already closed their Orchard Supply hardware stores. A lot of you guys notified me of that. There weren't any here in Florida closer than 2 hours away, so it didn't really make sense for me to go try to shop retail arbitrage there. He believes that targeting professional home builders, construction companies with higher quality tools and equipment, again, like I said, going after the contractors is their most profitable side of their business. 20 of these stores are in the U.S., 31 in Canada, and a majority of the shuttered stores are within 10 miles of another Lowe's location. The stores will close before February 1st, and they are trying to reassign the employees to other locations. Here is the list as promised. Alabama, 1, California, 4, Connecticut, 1, Illinois, 2, Indiana, 1, Louisiana 1, Massachusetts 1, Michigan 2, Minnesota 1, Missouri 2, New York 2, Pennsylvania 1, Texas 1, and then north of the border, BC, British Columbia is 1, Alberta losing 2, Ontario, Canada losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, Rona and 2 Lowe's, so 9 total, and Quebec losing Rona 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and Newfoundland Rona's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. Lowe's also said it plans to close or consolidate 4 non-store facilities. So that's warehouses and distribution points for them. Just another store. Again, I don't think, and I wouldn't worry about Lowe's going out of business anytime soon. Typically, when I saw the Sears story, I saw the Toys R Us story, I told you they're not going to make it. And they didn't, but Lowe's will make it. They'll be okay. I think they're going to drastically change course. This might hurt them. As long as they take care of this and do things correctly for the next few years, they'll be good for the long haul. Otherwise, it could spell a little bit of trouble for them, but I think they'll be okay. So there you go. Lowe's closing 51 stores, even though it's not, the end of the road or disaster for them. It is pretty significant, and I was curious what you guys thought about it. And it may also give you a retail arbitrage opportunity if you happen to be anywhere near those stores, or some of the other stores are sending off inventory in different directions to liquidate it. There might be some chance to make some money. So hopefully you guys can, and if you do, let me know. Thanks so much. As always, make sure you use the comment sections. They belong to you. Like this video and make sure you're subscribed to the channel for more stories on eBay, Amazon, Poshmark, business, retail, e-commerce, and everything about making money. Thanks so much, everyone. I'll see you next time.